Hi, this is Alex with MicroMain, and this is a custom tutorial video for the Michigan Department of Corrections. Today we will be talking about adding work order labor to a work order and how to properly do so before closing it out so that your reports properly reflect the time worked on every work order as well as hours worked by each staff member. So if we take a look at our work orders page, I just came to my work orders page here under actions. If you go to any work order, you will notice that there's a start date and a due date. Under your labor tab, this is where the important field lies. This date here is going to be the date that the work was done. So if Todd Bell did this work on August 1st, we would put in August 1st as the date that this work was done. This date is going to default to be whatever date you add the labor to this work order. So I created a work order to change the locks for this cell, and I added Todd Bell to it. I did that on August 1st. That's why it is reflecting the date of August 1st. When I'm closing this work order out, for it to properly record the date that Todd did this work, I need to make sure that I update this record here as well as the time spent. So let's say that this has a due date of August 4th and today is August 8th, and I'm going back and I'm closing out my work orders from the previous week. I want to come over here and I want to change the date and make sure that I record the proper date that Todd worked. Let's say that he did it on August 4th, and I want to put under regular time the time that he spent on the job. Under estimate of hours is going to be how much time is estimated for this job. Sometimes they're going to line up, sometimes they don't, but you're going to want to make sure that under regular you put the correct amount of time and that you change the date that the work was done. Now, if you're doing this from a printed work order, under the preview, you can see here, you could have your guys write down under their labor record when they did the work. If you need to pause a job and come back and add additional time to it, maybe you do half of the job one day and half on another day, you can actually add yourself to the same work order twice. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to add Todd Bell. Again, let's say that Todd did a little bit more work on the 5th of August. And he did another half hour of work. So in this way, your reports will accurately record when the work was done on each work order. Otherwise, I'll show you what will happen if you don't properly do this. When you complete a work order, it's going to put the completed date as the day that you hit complete work order. And currently, the reports that the managers for the Michigan Department of Corrections are running all go by this completed date. And so that completed date does not necessarily reflect the date that the work was done. That's why it's very important to put in under this field, under labor, when the work was completed and how much time was spent. So when I complete this work order, it will have a completed date of 8/8 because that's when I'm hitting complete, but the time worked on it is going to be properly recorded. If I look under my summary page, it will show me the hours worked, and your managers will have a proper report as well. So let's go over that one more time. So another work order, machine down, under labor. Want to make sure that my date is correct. Let's say that I did this work on the 5th, so that is correct. I'm going to come over here and say that it did take me 1 hour. And when I close it out, the reports that the managers run are all based upon this date worked. So it totals all of the staff, maintenance staff, their labor hours for each individual day based on this date. So it needs to be correct when completed. I hope this was informative, and I hope that it helped. If you have any questions, feel free to call me at 888-888-1600, or you may email me at alexr@micromain.com. Thank you very much.